Do you want to travel to other Schengen countries? Let's say you are in Greece and you want to go to Spain or Italy. Then this video is for you.
New rules and stricter border control will be implemented soon.
Ako si Amor and I have been living here in Europe for the last 10 years. I am holding a residence ID card and I have a Filipino passport. And for the last 10 years, I have traveled to 12 Schengen countries. There are 29 Schengen countries and yes, there's a lot of places to see and visit. So most probably like me, I first wanted to go to Italy. Italy was always my very first target after arriving in Greece. So I'm pretty sure you'll be interested in finding how to go from Greece to Italy by plane. I have already created videos about traveling from Greece to Italy by ferry, and I've also showed you what to expect when crossing the border by car or by land. So I hope you have watched that videos because you're gonna learn so much from it. But today we're gonna talk all about riding an airplane. Let me share my experience with you so that you will be prepared when you want to travel to another Schengen country. So there are 29 Schengen countries and I'm gonna put all of them here. But for me, I've only been to 12 countries, and the very first Schengen countries that I've been is of course Greece, and then Italy, Switzerland, Germany, France, Austria, Luxembourg, Liechtenstein, Monaco, Croatia, Netherlands, and the very last Schengen country that I have visited last spring is Finland. So what are the requirements if you're going to travel by airplane from one Schengen to the other? So first and foremost is you need a valid passport. Filipino passport po ako, and I'm not planning to change my passport. And for me, I have a valid residence permit. If you don't have a residence permit, don't worry because I have also traveled to those Schengen countries with my visa. So for 3 years, I was actually traveling back and forth using my Schengen visa. So the most important two things that you need to have with you is a valid passport. It needs to have 6 months minimum validity. The second thing is either a residence permit or a valid Schengen visa. There are 3 types of Schengen visa. A visit visa is sponsored by families. A tourist visa is sponsored normally by the tourist agency, and it's normally the tourist companies that are processing this kind of visa when you want to go on a tour. The third type of visa is work visa. So a work visa is normally valid for a year, or for those that are working as seasonal workers, it's valid for 9 months. Now, let's talk about the procedure. Dadaan pa ba sa immigration or border control? Fortunately, walang border control, walang immigration kayong dadaanan. Para lang po siyang mag-travel kayo from Manila to Davao, which I'm from, kaway-kaway sa mga Davaoenyo. So, para lang po kayong nag-domestic flight na Manila to Cebu, Cebu to Manila. So, ang big difference lang po is, pagpunta nyo po sa check-in counter is, baka tanungin kayo ng check-in counter about sa itinerary ninyo at iba-iba pa. But since a lot of my viewers are having seasonal visa, let me explain to you. So this part of the video is specifically for my seasonal worker friends. Kaway-kaway dyan sa mga seasonal hotel workers. So kung seasonal worker kayo, most probably ang nakasulat sa visa ninyo is Hellas. Ang ibig sabihin po ng Hellas is Greece. So ang hawak po ninyo is Greece working visa. Ang purpose po ng working visa is for you to enter Greece and for you to apply for a residence permit. So, meron naman tayong dalawang klase ng seasonal workers sa Greece. Yung mga meron ng VVOC, yung meron ng pending residence permit application. Kung meron kayong pending resident permit application, meron kayong VVOC. Kung wala kayong VVOC, meaning wala kayong pending resident permit application. So, dalawang klase. So, sino sa inyo ang pwedeng magpunta sa ibang Schengen countries? Kasi maraming nagtatanong sa akin, gusto nilang magpunta sa Italy or sa Spain. So ito, ang makakapunta lang sa ibang Schengen countries ay yung meron pang valid work visa. Yes po. Kung expired na yung work visa mo, kahit meron ka pang VVOC, hindi ka po allowed na magpunta sa Schengen countries. Yes. You have to stay in Greece until you receive your residence permit para makatravel kayo sa ibang bansa. So, kailangan nyo po talagang mag-antay. May nagtanong naman sa akin, pwede ba raw silang mag-apply or magpunta sa embassy para kumuha ng Schengen visa? Hindi po pwede kasi nandun na po kayo sa Greece, hindi na po kayo makaka-apply ng Schengen visit visa kasi nandun na po kayo. All you really have to do is just wait for your residence permit para makapunta kayo sa ibang Schengen country. So, unfortunately, kailangan nyo pong mag-antay. So, para naman sa mga kakilala ko dyan na meron pang valid o work visa, pwede po kayong magpunta sa ibang Schengen. So, you have to book a return ticket to Greece. Then, kailangan nyo pong schedule kung anong gagawin nyo day per day. Then, hotel booking. Saan ba kayo titira? Saan kayo matutulog? Diba? Then, money. Sufficient money to cover for your travel expenses. Wag na wag po kayong mag-book ng longer vacation kasi the longer the vacation, the more money you need to spend. Then, para naman sa mga kabayan natin na walang VVOC pero meron pang valid na visa sa Greece is pwede rin po kayong magpunta sa ibang Schengen countries.
The documents are not explicitly mandatory, but it's best to prepare them in case the check-in counter ask you so you can avoid being offloaded or refused to travel. This is part of the legal obligation of us who are non-Europeans crossing the border to avoid illegal immigration. Warning: day by day, countries are becoming stricter in their border policies, including Germany, who reinstated the border control.
Pupunta lang po kayo sa check-in counter. Hindi po kayo dadaan sa immigration, walang border check. But the check-in counter, the lady or the man might ask you about those we have talked about. Just before I end this video, I'll share with you my story of being offloaded. So always double check the requirements because it's always changing, especially during the pandemic when I was offloaded. The restrictions and the borders, it was just a big mess. So when you are offloaded, all you have to do is just go back and take your luggage and go out of the airport. Another thing is that when I was traveling from Netherlands to Finland, I was about to enter the airplane and then the lady stopped me and she asked me to provide my residence ID. So maybe because I look Asian, she thought that I didn't have a residence permit. That's why she was stopping me. So I just showed her my residence ID. She did something in the computer, check, and then after a few minutes, we were the last one to actually enter the airplane. So please, I beg you, prepare all your documents, your passport, your visa. Kasi minsan talaga merong mga minamalas at medyo obvious po kasi na baka hindi kayo umuwi, especially if yung validity ng visa ninyo is malapit ng mag-expire. So, good luck in your vacation. Remember, it's just for vacation. We are not allowed to work in another Schengen countries without a work permit. So make sure that you have your story right. So thanks for watching. See you again in my next video.